The Catholic Church has itself a new leader. Argentine Cardinal Jorge Maria Bergoglio becomes the first pope ever from the Americas and the first from outside Europe in more than 1,000 years. His election greeted by tens of thousands gathered at St. Peter's Square in Vatican City. White smoke finally seen from the rafters after Cardinals voted for a fifth time during the second day of the conclave that'll be remembered as one of the fastest in years. The group had to choose a new leader for more than 1 billion Catholics after the previous Pope, Benedict XVI, stepped down from the post. RT's Peter Oliver has more on the new pontiff and what his leadership might bring for the Catholic Church.
76-year-old Jorge Mario Bergoglio wasn't one of the main names that were at the top of the list because there simply wasn't any names at the top of the list going into this conclave. For the first time in quite a while, nobody really knew who were the front runners, but he came out as the man who took 2/3 of the vote by the Cardinals and has taken the name of Francis I. Now, in his own country of Argentina, he has been referred to as a modernizer, but then you have to really look at the church in Argentina, which is one of the most conservative in that part of the world of Latin America, and anywhere else you would certainly put Francis into the category of a Catholic conservative. On the subject of gay marriage and of adoption by gay parents, he has been incredibly outspoken in the past. Certainly these are testing times for the Church of Rome. There are a series of sexual abuse scandals that are rumbling on just as celebrations are taking place right now in St. Peter's Square. We're looking particularly at one of the most senior Catholics, the head of the Catholic Church in Scotland, in fact, who resigned and didn't turn up for conclave, not to want to draw attention to himself after accusations of inappropriate sexual behaviour were levelled against him. There's also scandals in the United States that have come out regarding the payment of money to victims of abuse, of sexual abuse by Catholic priests in the California area. And there's also, on the very first day of the conclave was taking place, anti-mafia police in Italy, well, they raided properties belonging to some of those who were taking place in the conclave because corruption scandals have dogged the Vatican in recent times, thinking particularly about just who the Vatican bank has been dealing with. Some allegations that they were certainly far from godly, some of the clients of the Vatican's bank there. So corruption, sexual abuse, also the issue of modernising the church. There have been campaigners talking about the church accepting gay marriage, accepting perhaps a change on the celibacy laws for priests, and perhaps even welcoming women priests into the Catholic Church. However, as I said, as a dyed-in-the-world conservative when it comes to matters of the Catholic Church, I very much don't think we're going to be seeing too many of those issues regarding huge sweeping changes of how the Church of Rome deals with the everyday life of those who are part of its ministry.
Rebuilding the reputation of the Church after recent scandals will certainly not be the only challenge Pope Francis has ahead of him. The Church now facing aggressive competition from Islam. As you can see here, Islam spreading across Europe much faster than the Christian Church gets new members. The number of Muslims has grown by an estimated 86% in recent years, the number of Christians by a mere 5%. And winning back the continent will be one of the most daunting tasks for the new Pope.